What's up, guys? One Koala Man here, bringing you episode number 12. Yeah, 12 of our fairy tale reviews. So be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed today's episode. Be sure to share it to your mama, share it to your mama's friends, share it to your mama's sisters, share it to everybody you know. Leave a comment for the question of the day, which will also, I'm going to start putting the question of the day at the end of the video and also in the description down below. Follow me at on Twitter at OneKoalaMan, and that's about it. So let's get this mother underway. So to start this episode off, we begin in the cave where we left off at last episode, and we see the giant demon Deliora inside of the giant ice sculpture, ice prison, whatever, and we learn that Ur, who is also Gray's old master, was the one to put it on, and it's called the iced shell. And the iced shell is one of the most powerful ice make magics in the entire wizarding world, and the strongest fire magic could not melt it. So that's ridiculous. And of course, Natsu wants to burn it, and I don't know why he wants to fight Deliora so bad, but that's whatever. And then the squad, finds out that, hey, the goons for the Cold Emperor earlier were talking about the moonlight and, what, stuff about it. We gotta wait for the moonlight or whatever. So the squad figures they should probably wait until nighttime to see what happens with Deliora at night. So I don't know what's gonna happen yet. So as the squad is, playing the waiting game, waiting until nighttime to roll by, Gray actually starts having some flashbacks about when he was a kid getting taught by Ur. And, it's a sad moment because he's remembering what used to be pretty much. And Lucy and Happy are getting pretty bored with, waiting at nighttime, or waiting for nighttime. And so she summons a new celestial spirit by the name of Lyra. And Lyra is, she's like a musician, kind of. Like, she plays the harp, and she has an amazing voice. Like, legit, her voice, whew! Amazing voice. And so she's singing, and her singing actually triggers Gray's emotions, and he starts crying, actually, which is very strange because, Gray's like the tough guy. He shouldn't cry. If I saw Elfman crying, that would be something. Like, legit, because Elfman claims he's the manliest man ever. So if he cries, oof, that would be something. But, yeah, Gray starts crying, and Lucy points out that Lyra's music actually triggers emotions of people, and so I thought that was pretty interesting, honestly. So we finally reach nighttime, and Natsu was sleeping during the whole time, and then he wakes up and he's like, "Is it night yet?" And I was like, okay. And they start seeing this big giant purple beam of light shining from the roof of the cave onto Deliora, and they're like, what the heck is happening? And they're thinking maybe it's the moonlight. So they're like racing up the temple, trying to see what's up. And when they get to the top, they see those nuts in cloaks, like, chanting for Zeref or whatever. And the moonlight is like, beaming down into the floor, which is beaming onto Deliora in turn. And they're hiding behind like these rocks. The squad is hiding behind these rocks, not the nuts in the cloaks. And Lyra is still with them, the harp lady. And she explains what they're doing, and it's called Moon Drip, if you didn't get it from the title of the episode. And what Moon Drip is it pretty much destroys any spell. That's ridiculous. So Gray was saying how powerful the ice shell was. Well, this Moon Drip will treat it like it's nothing. And I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't know, honestly. So the squad is behind this rock on top of the temple, and they see the goons, the Cold Emperor's goons, and then they actually see the Cold Emperor. And the Cold Emperor was like a knight-looking guy, and Gray looks like who is this really him? And like he knows the guy or something. So I'm like, okay, who is this guy? And Natsu just barges out from behind the rock and wants to fight. And turns out the Cold Emperor can also use ice make magic, but he uses one hand, which is pretty cool. And so and then Natsu comes rushing at him, and then Gray comes rushing at him, and he the Cold Emperor freezes Natsu and freezes the air around him, and it makes Natsu into an ice ball or something. And then I don't know, Gray seems to say, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this?" And he kicks Natsu off the temple, and Natsu rolls down and down and down. And turns out Gray was actually saving Natsu, because he was saying to the Cold Emperor that he knows that the Cold Emperor could have just snapped his fingers and blew up the ice along with Natsu. So what Gray did was kick him off to get Natsu out of the range of the Cold Emperor. And then the Cold Emperor actually reveals his identity, and his name is Leon. And turns out that Leon and Gray used to be students together of Urs. So after Natsu's done rolling on the mountain, he wants to go back to the village, because Leon was telling his goons, hey, go to the village, destroy everybody. So they do that, and Natsu's trying to go to the village. Lucy and Happy are also flying to the village, and Gray and Leon are talking, and Leon said that Gray killed Ur. And I'm like, what? Gray killed Ur? Then why is he so sad if he killed... I don't know. So as Gray and Leon are talking, we get a quick glimpse of a pirate ship coming in from the ocean towards Galuna Island. And lo and behold, Miss Urza is coming, and she is mad. As usual. I've never seen Urza happy at all, but she is mad. She is going to rip everybody a new one. Oh my goodness. I can't wait for her to get on that island, honestly. But anyways, enough of Urza, because I'm pretty sure we're going to get enough of Urza, kicking the snot out of everybody of Fairy Tail. Oof. That's gonna be a sight for sure. But we go back to the top of the temple with Leon and Gray. And so they start, fighting, and Leon actually uses, it's called active ice make, and he can make living things. It's pretty legit, honestly. There's not really else much to say about it. And what Gray uses is static ice make, which means that inanimate objects like ice make shield, ice make hammer, while Leon uses ice make eagle and things like that. And so they're fighting back and forth, and then Leon's emotions get a hold of him, and he starts yelling at Gray. He says, I wanted to surpass Ur. That was my long life dream, was to surpass Ur. And you took that away from me, Gray. You're the one that killed Ur. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know how he did it. So Leon wants to revive Deliora just to prove that he surpassed Ur. And Gray's saying, what are you doing? You're not... Why would you do that? Why would you mess up Ur's legacy for, something stupid like this? And we find out that back in the day when they were both kids, Gray challenged Deliora. I don't know the details of that yet, but I'm like, oh my gosh. So Gray is just as much of an idiot, if not a bigger idiot, for challenging Deliora when he was a child and killing Ur. So I don't know. We'll learn about that, I'm pretty sure, in the next episodes to come. Alright guys, so you already know I don't like to end off episodes just, on a blank. So let's get this question of the day underway. And the question is pertaining to the ice magics and the two different kinds, active and static. And the question is, which one would you want? Would you want to make ice make hammer, ice make floor, ice make shield, like Gray? Or would you want to do ice make eagle, ice make, bear, ice make koala? Or whatever. I'd probably do the active ice magic, because it's so cool, and if I get to use one hand. But Gray was mentioning that magic with one hand is incomplete. I was like, he's still kicking the snot out of Gray with one hand, so how incomplete could it be? But yeah, I'd probably have the active ice make magic. And yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys would have either active or static? And if so, if like either of them, what would you make with your ice make magic, of course? And that's about it for the question of the day today. So yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed. Like I said in the beginning, I'm gonna start saying this spiel like in the beginning, in case you don't get to in case you don't have the opportunity to come here to the end. So yeah, leave a like, subscribe, share, and that's about it, guys. And as always, keep it cool.